Okay, so throughout today we're going to be carrying on looking at our frog. So obviously last week, so we're going to have a look at this artist, Nick Gustafson. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to draw the background of your rainforest, and during this time you can pause the video as much as possible to really follow each stage. So if, for example, I'm showing you part of the snake, watch that part first, then pause the video and then you go and draw that. Then play the video, watch the next part, pause it again and go and draw the next part. So you're pausing it to the point where you're breaking every little section down to really build up your picture, rather than watching the whole video and then going and drawing it yourself. So please keep pausing it, playing it to watch how exactly I draw each part, as there are some really tricky parts as well. Okay, so I'm going to show you on my picture that I've drawn. I'm going to show you how. So we're going to be doing this picture. Okay, so I've already done an example so you can see this is what it's going to look like by the end. Okay, and obviously we'll build it up as the lesson goes on, to a point where we'll have almost everything done. It might take a couple of lessons for this to be completed. Okay, so I'm going to use a pen, however you're going to use pencil. I'm only using a pen just so you can see it a little bit clearer at home. So we're going to start by looking at the leaf, okay, and we can see that the frog is sat on the leaf. Now, the way that he is sat on here, he's behind the leaf. Obviously, our little frog is going to be just on top. So what we're going to do is you're going to start from this point here in the middle, okay, and you're going to start from the middle of his belly. Then you are going to go up and carry it on as if the frog is sat on it, and then you're going to bring it all the way around to here. Okay, and then you're going to do the same at this side. You're going to go up and across, bringing it all the way around to here. Okay, so we've got the outside of our leaf. Then we can do, obviously we can see that it's got another thickness to it, so we can do the thickness of that line. Again, we need to make it look like the frog is sat on it, so we can just thicken, so we can put the leaf behind so that the frog looks like it's sat on the leaf. Okay, and again, I'm just going to thicken this side as well. Okay, and then looking down the middle, I'm going to draw down the middle. And again, looking at pulling my leaf out, the line out, down. And so on. So that it looks something like this. So we've already just drawn our leaf. Now we're not going to add the shade into it yet, okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to move on and we're going to draw the outline of the top and the snake. Okay, so when we look at the top, we're going to look at the log that obviously runs across the top. Now, we're going to, first of all, before we do that, we're going to draw the tail of the snake because it goes right up nearly to the end. So we're obviously going to follow the shape, bring it round, down, and put a curl on it. Okay, and again thicken that so that it comes down, round, and as it comes around to the end, it obviously gets thinner as well. Okay, then you can go and add your spots, so you can just add on some circles or some semicircles to just add so that we can give your snake some spots. Just like that. Okay, so we've got the tail of the snake. Now we need to move on. So if you look at the top, if we draw the log at the beginning, so we want a nice thick log starting here and then it running just a little bit further to this point. Okay, so we can see, so again, I'm keeping going back to my picture. Okay, I have uploaded this picture on here, so you can obviously use it, and I will put it on Seesaw as well. Okay, and then if we look at the shape of the next part, so it comes round in a curl, so it curls round. So I'm going to curl mine round to a point. Then I'm going to do my next one. So again, it's coming down with a curl, just a little bit longer. So down with a curl. Okay, and then obviously the last one is again down with a curl. However, this one is a little bit shorter, so I'm just going to join my other part of my snake up, and then again it's round on that side as well. Okay, so you should now have the body part of your snake drawn. Now, if we have a look at the branch, so the branch now bends up, okay, and also we can see that it comes down a little bit at the top, okay, to make our branch. So we're going to look at this part of the head of the snake now. So again, we can see as I look at the bend on the snake, it curls around. So I'm going to follow that same bend to there, and I'm also going to do it on the other side to there. So I've got the head of my snake, okay. Then if I look at the head, obviously it looks like it's got two pointy bits on this top bit here, okay. I'm just going to shuffle this over a little bit, okay. So I'm going to make sure that I have two pointy bits like this on my snake, okay, bending it in a little bit because it bends in on the cheekbones, and then back out and around, and again on this bit bending it in a little bit and then back out, so that you've got the head of your snake drawn. Now we're going to add obviously to make it look 3D, we need to add our next line, so we're going to add our next line to come down here, okay, which is obviously going to join to the head, and then this part here will loop down a little bit to make it 3D, and obviously we can add then your stripes onto it and your spots on your spots. You can do some diamonds, okay, it's up to you what you want to do on your snake, okay. And then we need to do the eyes, so if we have a look, we can obviously draw our eyes on, which they are in where the part goes back out again. So I can draw my two eyes and my nose. Now that's all we're going to do on that part, because all the detail is through the shading, okay. I'm just going to quickly go and draw my diamonds and my spots on the middle part of my snake. I'm just going to draw it on. Okay, and then finally we need to just finish off this part of the log. So again, look where the log finished, so if it finishes there, we need to carry it on there. So now we can see that my snake is wrapped around the branch up at the top. Okay, now you've had a go at doing that, okay, so keep pausing the video and to do the parts when I do. Okay, you're then going to have a go at drawing this lizard at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to sit the lizard on the leaf here. Okay, I'm just going to slide it this way. Now again, keep pausing the video, do my little bit, then do your little bit, and so forth. So here we're going to start with the head, and the head is pointing up. Now because I've done it in pen, obviously we will see the lines behind it, but yours will be in pencil, so you can just rub out these lines here to draw your lizard on first of all, and then redraw any if you need to. So we're going to start with the head, and the head has a bit of a point, and then it comes round, okay. Now we're going to go to the arms, so the arms will bend out and up, and again on this side they go just slightly down and up, okay. And then we need to do our 3 fingers, so we can do our prongs, 1, 2, 3, okay, and then follow your arm back down and back across, and then we're going to do the same on the other arm. It'll follow the same angle, bending it up and then putting your 3 fingers, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so at the minute your lizard has got your arms and your fingers, and you could also put your little eyes on your lizard as well. Okay, so do that little bit, and then obviously you can press play. Then you're going to follow the lizard's body down and round slightly, down and round slightly, and then we're going to have a go at doing the legs now. Okay, so we can see that they bend out almost with a little bit of a raise. Okay, so they raise up a little bit, and then they have the feet. So again, 3 prongs, 2, 3, and again following it back in as on the picture as well. Okay, onto the other leg, following it up, so it goes obviously up, it then bends down before having the feet, 2, 3, and again as we come back in, again following the same parallel line, down and then up to have your feet. So you should be now at a point where you've got your arms and your legs, and we're going to now look at the tail. So as the tail comes round, it gets a nice big thick part, curls it round, and again starting nice and thick and then it's getting thinner towards the bottom. So now you should have your lizard drawn. So you can pause the video, get to the point where you've got your frog, your leaf, your snake and your branch, and your lizard. Okay, so now you should have got to a point where it's starting to look like this. If you have finished, what I would like you to do now is I want you to really go back. Now, you're not going to add any colour today, as I don't want you to just rush through it. I want you to really slow it down, go back, check the detail. Does it look right? Can you rub out a little bits and just redo your line, just to really make it look perfect, so that when we do the colouring next week, it's all ready to go. Now, what I would like you to do is leave this for now. I don't want you to do any colouring on it. However, if you are wanting to do some colouring, what you could do is draw the picture again on another piece of paper or aspects of it. So you could just do the snake on the log at the top, and then you could have a go at practicing colouring it then. However, please do not touch this piece at all once you have drawn the outlines of it, as next week's lesson I will be showing you how to add the shading, how to add the colour to make it really pop out and look 3D, so that it will look something like this one here. Okay, so please do not touch your piece of paper. Please wait till next week's lesson to do this. Finally, if you can then take a picture of the outline of everything you've drawn today, and if you can upload that on Seesaw, so I can make sure that everybody is at a point, so that next week when I show you how to add the shading, we are ready to go with the shading. Okay, I look forward to seeing everything on Seesaw, and thank you.